Hey there, happy Saturday. I know it's early. Um, I just decided to come on for a little bit. I don't know, just I did that same thing I did the other day on my day off, my last day off, or something. Was it Tuesday maybe, or because I don't think it was Thursday. But anyway, I woke up at 5:30 and like I felt awake and I was gonna get up. But then I fell back to sleep and I didn't wake up until like almost 10 o'clock. So I just was like, whatever, okay, let it be what it's going to be. I thought I was going to go to Walmart in the morning and, ew, excuse me. That might be why I didn't get up. Allergies. Mm. Oh, that struck me at a moment I didn't expect. Okay, so, while we're thinking of it, let me drink this Claritin D. I think I'm going to need it today. It's the Claritin D that I didn't take yesterday, but I took out to take yesterday and forgot. Anyway, so yeah. So kind of had a late start to my day, and I'm not going to Walmart. I like going to Walmart early and the grocery store. I like going before 9 o'clock, or at least before 10. And if I don't do that, it's like I ain't going. So oh, excuse me. I don't want to like stop and have conversations with people. Seeing anybody I know. I just want to get in, get out. That's like how I like doing things. Um, so if it's after 10 o'clock, I usually don't go unless I happen to be stopping by after work to pick up things. Why do I have these here? I noticed these were on my desk and I didn't move them. So, but these are my mainstays. This is for my nails. I use Carousel, and I got this from the YouTube channel content creator, The Salon Life. And I use this particularly on my cuticles to keep them in check. And because I have crazy cuticles, if I don't like stay on it, they get just really weird. This lip balm is wonderful. Flexitol, and I get it in a pack of 3. And this stuff is really has worked. I don't know. It's just like it's the queen of lip balms, in my opinion. Um, I think people who have like eczema and things like that actually use this. So, and when it gets really dry around here in winter, um, this just like it's no problem at all with dry lips. Okay, so anyway, so yesterday, last night, I kind of got up the gumption to color in this page, and I did some coloring in it live. This one, and I just kept going. And I worked on this one next. Then I worked on this one in the corner. Just kind of trying to get a feel for how to color in this book and these little objects. Oh, maybe that's too much light. Trying to get it so I can see better, but I know it's weird because it's sunny outside, but the sun isn't really hitting my desk because I'm not, because of where the window is and my desk is. Oh my gosh, I can't get this right. They're all bothering my eyes. They're bothering my eyes, but I need the light. How does that work? Um, let's do that. Let's see if that helps. Okay. Um, yeah, so trying to get a feel for how, you know, trying to get a feel for coloring in this book, basically, what I'm doing. Um, I've had kind of like I had like with Kirby books and with mythographic books. I have this thing inside of me, like this fear is like, oh no, I don't know how to do this, or I don't know how to approach this, or I can't make this, pretty enough, or whatever. It needs this, that, and this and that, and I don't know how to do that. And um, I just made myself yesterday just go in. It's like, just do it. It is what it is. Just do it. And as I was working in here, I started and kind of getting a feel for using Prismacolors, getting the feel for how they work in here. I also used something I haven't really used that much, but I have them because I saw somebody's video where they used them and they were saying how much they loved them. Oh, that's actually, no, that's not the one. The Caran Dash blenders or Splendor or something, whatever it's called, and I can't find it right now for some reason. But it's a blender that's from Caran Dash. Oh, here it is. Here's one of them. And you know what? I don't even know how the difference between how each one works because I'm just like pick it up and use it and like ask questions later. But I actually use this. Let's see. I use this on the background for this one. I'm gonna get the book to move the. There you go. I use it on the background of this one. I used it on the background of this one, and I may have used it. Oh, and I also used it on this. And I used it on her stockings. And it's interesting, when I used it on her stockings, this is like a red, and I actually colored it very lightly. But when I used this, it brightened up the color like bang. It really did, like, and I was kind of surprised at that. I was like, whoa, okay. But I didn't mind it. But like I was, I kind of learned, okay, what this thing can do. So I'll be paying attention more to it. It's called Splendor. Oh, it's just oh no, it's Lyra Rembrandt Splendor. Oh, okay, so it's not Caran Dash. Sorry. Um, so that's what this is. Got it on Amazon, like pretty much everything else. Amazon or Blick. Um, with this one, I started, I don't know, it was like just all, white. So I started putting in some grass, which is something that I seem to like readily just like, well, let's try and make some grass. Whether it looks like grass or not, I don't know. I don't necessarily like how it looks, but it is what it is. I'm going to work more on that. And then I also last night, like I'd been didn't I was kind of hesitant to do her dress because it's so small, and you know how I am about tiny coloring. But I don't know. After doing this, I just kind of felt like it, so I did, and kind of because I felt like I was in that mode where I could just move and just do it, and it would come out to be something. So I do like how it's turned out. So now I kind of need to. I feel like I need to blend it and put in some like white or whatever. So, but I'm waiting to do that because, like I said, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want it to look really smudgy and all of that. So I'm trying to get my technique with doing these little pages. And I almost feel like, I don't know, I may go through and do all the little pages like this because it gives me a small space to kind of experiment. Hey, Carrie. Good morning. I thought I was going to make oxtails this weekend, but then I kind of looked at a video because I've never made them myself. And I never really watched them when my mom or dad made them. And so I watched some videos, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm not ready yet." And it's not that it's difficult; it's just that I'm gonna have to thaw them out, I'm going to have to trim them. I'm going to have to rinse them. And I'm not ready for all that. Because chances are I'm going to do that in steps over days. And then I'm going to let them marinate for a day or two. And then cook them. So I got to make a plan. Um, I might do them for Thanksgiving. I don't know. But I also don't want to. Well, it's not that far away, actually. But, so I think I'm going to make. That's another story. I think I'm gonna make a creamy chicken soup today. So I pulled out some bone-in chicken thighs, and I'm just gonna boil them down today. I'm waiting for them to thaw enough so I can get the aluminum foil off. And so I'm gonna boil those for the broth, and I want to make it because I have that bag of spinach and kale, so I want to put spinach and kale in it, which I'll do like once everything else is together, because I don't like cooked to death vegetables. I just want it just to be softened and still be that pretty green. See, I like color everywhere. I like color of my food too. So that pretty kind of beigeish color that creamy soups have, creamy chicken soups have, and then have that bright green in there. I don't know. I just see what I mean. I'm weird. I know. I like food to taste good and be pretty, but bottom line, I want it to taste good. But yeah, that's what I have to do. I have to do it when I feel in the mood. Yeah, and then we never had oxtails with the broad beans. And I see that people do put broad beans in them, and I'm thinking about doing that. And then I also saw some videos where they make it with or they serve it with the rice with the pigeon peas. And I love, I don't really care for kidney beans, and I always disliked that my dad made. Um, yeah, I saw that. I was in your live earlier, and I clicked on the live, and I was like, she's not talking, and then I saw the circle. I was like, where is she? Where is she? And then my internet went down, and I had to like reset it and everything, and I restarted my computer. So then, by the time I came back, you were gone. I hope to catch you later today. I do plan to be at that poetry contest. That's where I'm going to be when that starts. And I got to double check when that is. Which, okay, let me do this and not get any sound. I know I posted it on my wall 1 or 2 times. But yeah, that's what time is it? Poetry. When is it? What time is it? Okay, well, I'll find it eventually, but I want to be there for that. But yeah, so I'm gonna make a creamy chicken soup. Um, that's my plan. And then with I was talking about the things served with oxtails. My dad always made the rice with kidney beans, and I can't stand kidney beans. They're too tough. The skin on them is way too tough. So, and I have had when other people made, and I didn't realize it until I saw this one video that somebody called it something else when putting the pigeon peas, making the rice with pigeon peas. And I do have some pigeon peas, so I thought about making that to go with it because I like that better. I don't like kidney beans. I can't stand them. Um, yeah, so I'm making a plan for the whole menu, what I'm going to have in there. So, and when I make them, I want them to be right. So, it still isn't my ackee and saltfish, which I've been craving for the longest, but I think maybe, I don't know, maybe when I need to go visit my sister in Atlanta and tell her take me directly to her Jamaican restaurant that serves ackee and saltfish. I don't want no jerk nothing. I didn't even hear about jerk anything until I don't know until the 90s in Toronto. I think was where I first heard about. I was like, oh, that's Jamaican. Oh, okay, I never heard of it. Oh, ackee and saltfish, national dish. That's what I want, and I really want to make it. My husband's never had it, and I want him to taste it. I think he'll like it. But anyway, we're going on and on. Okay, that's my food segment, which I haven't eaten breakfast yet. But we'll get there. I shouldn't have not eaten breakfast, but whatever. I got up late. So I have to decide what color I want this background to be. Um, I'm still feeling weird about some of these colors on this one. And I actually put in this greener green. That was one of the last things I did last night because I don't know, something about the colors, the outlines, or whatever were bugging me, and I have to figure out how to resolve that. Um, so I'm thinking on that. So I like that these particular images are small because I can work out any issues I have on these, and then when I go to a big one, then I can go, I have all I have to do is think about how to do that on a larger image. So I'm going to do this one next. And I want to see, actually, do I have, I do, I don't want to use, I want to mark wherever there's any of these pages with the smaller images. And I don't see I do have this. I don't want to use that. That's like too, like, kind of major. So here. So I was gonna, I actually started off, I got my coffee and looked at my email, and I was gonna, oh yeah, this is the container. I was starting on work stuff, and getting ready, getting myself set up, and then the internet went out. It's like, what the heck? It's like I'm all ready to work, and now the internet goes out. What is this about? This is not. Don't let this be my day. So that's when I went. I unplugged the modem and went and did took out the chicken, and oh, it's cool. I like this picture. I don't know. That doesn't look too difficult. I kind of like this picture. I feel like I could color this one sooner rather than later because it doesn't have the really huge face on it. I don't know why the ones with the huge faces really kind of huge faces and huge spaces. Like if you notice this, there's so much space on everything that makes me feel like I need to go multimedia on this. Like use more than just pencil, and like I'm not really good with more than just pencil. Um, Whereas this one seems a little more, I don't know, pencil, like I could do it with pencil. Except for these spaces, which I could do like, the Marabou art crayons or something. I feel like this one is doable for me. Whereas this one is like, I gotta learn some things first. But, okay. Doggy! Wolf. Woof. Oh, that's cute. I love the stockings. Oh, I have a story about stockings too. Striped stockings like that. I got a story. I still have those stockings too, actually. This was a long time ago in the 80s. I first started working at a bank, and I've always been kind of a rebel, pushing the limits with things. And I was always dressed, nicely or whatever, um, and kind of, fashionable. But I think I would always, every once in a while or always, do something that would kind of push it to the edge so that I'm still me. I'm not, I work at a bank, but I am not a banker. I don't know. Ooh, that's cool. Um, and I had this nice black skirt and And I think probably like some kind of white button down top or whatever, button down shirt. Ooh, that's neat too. Luc Garou Dotom. Dotom? Is that how you say it? Dotom? Wolves in historically French settings, Rococo, Baroque, etc. This Rococo beauty in a gorgeous dress and hat wanders through an autumn background with her wolf companions. In my original painting, the autumn leaves are flamingly bright, maybe even on fire. You decide. Okay, now this is screaming sparkles. You need some kind of, yeah, ooh, not ready for that. Ooh, voodoo child. That's what she is. Voodoo in the bayou. Yeah, these pictures, it's like I need them to be smaller because that's a lot of space to fill. And you have to fill it so that the space is, I don't know, dramatic, not just flat and nothing. And right now I can't do that. That's more like painting, actually. The approach to take with painting. The Queen of Halloween. Hmm. Okay, here's another little one. They look creepy. But I mean, I guess that's the point, isn't it? Okay, so let me go a little more inside on this sticky. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to look in her other books and see if she has small panels like this too. And focus on those. Oh, she looks weird. She's a little anorexic. But this page also looks doable to me because there's not big, massive spaces to fill. Like this one, as adorable as she is. This is what's on the cover. The interesting thing is, because somebody told me to look for references, like look at how she colored them herself. And I don't really like the colors she used, but that's okay. She made a coloring book so we could do it how we wanted to. Um, she's got a look on her face. She's got full of attitude. This almost looks doable because it is, there aren't a lot of wide spaces, but you just have to negotiate coloring in these. This reminds me of that movie Eyes Wide Shut with the little, or what's that other movie? V is for, or whatever, with that face. I don't know. Also reminds me of a Joy Division video, that band Joy Division. Ooh, that, oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna have to change the name of this one. We're gonna have to change a whole lot in this. I'm gonna be like changing the noses on Bailey Black's vampire. I'm going, which I'm not gonna do anymore. I think I've gotten over that because I've seen how other people have colored their pages. Like, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. That will cause me to ignore the nose and appreciate the nose. It is an anime nose. I have a thing with anime noses because I always feel like they can't breathe, but they can't breathe. You have to focus on the action and whatever the anime show is, so I don't keep thinking about how they can't breathe through those noses. But ooh, the hair. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is calls for being blinged out. Bling her out. The paper in these books is just incredible. It's just really nice. And that's another reason why I feel like I need to, go into using other mediums and play around with it because the paper calls for it. The paper will allow you to do any number of things with it. Um, and I think because she is a painter, that's why she designed the book this way. but then I don't have the skills with acrylics or anything like that to do it. But we're gonna work on it. Oh, check her out. She's a boss. She's a boss. Oh, look at her socks, her stockings. Oh, I didn't finish telling the story about the stockings. Okay, so I one day I wore like a long, like a black skirt that, and the style then was like wearing skirts like to your, what's it called? The bump on the back of your lower leg. What is it called? I can't remember. So it was kind of long in a way, past your knees, like about 3 to 4 inches past your knees. That was kind of stylish. And a white button down shirt, a nice white button down shirt. And I had, where was it? Black and white striped stockings. Like the one, it was stockings that I got. I loved them because it says, oh, that looks like the stockings that the witch in the Wizard of Oz had on. So I had to have them, and it wasn't like a common to be able to find that back then. So like I was like, ooh, I have to have these. So that's what I wore. And the assistant manager actually like she called me on it. Like nobody, I don't think anybody else had a problem with it, but she had a problem with it because it wasn't prim and proper or whatever. And I was like, I never dress like low cut, this, that, the other, too tight, anything like that. I'm always like dressed, you know, professionally, except for those tights. But I liked those tights, and it looked really cute, especially with my shoes. I can't remember what kind of shoes I had on, but yeah, I kind of at that point I kind of was like, well, oh brother, I says, I guess if somebody, I think the Lord kind of called me on it and like, don't be making any waves, just wear stupid flesh color stockings or black or plain white and save those for when you go out. So I did, but I still have those stockings because I love them so much. So let's see. And now I think that's like rather common. But so I want to color this one, and I got to figure out what colors. Got my pages. Although this stuff isn't sticking very well, I think I'm gonna have to bend it. Because it is, 'tis the season. I'm gonna do some of these, which is one reason why I got the book. I thought, oh, that'd be good for that time of year, and then I wasn't coloring in it, and it's like, well, that's what you got it for. Maybe you should do it. So, okay, and I have okay, I have to move these things over, and this over. I think we're gonna color. We really are. How long have I been on here? 20 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes. It's not too bad. I don't want to stay on too long because I do have work I need to do. But I don't know. I just was feeling like when I get too many bumps getting started, it's easy for me to get kicked off the horse. And I think I might need to change where I do my work today. I may actually go downstairs and turn on the TV and use my iPad to work. Even though the day is like, this is a nice day to go for a drive and look at leaves, but then other people probably have that idea too. So, good day to drive to the Adirondacks. Yeah. And look at leaves, but everybody probably has that idea too. Okay, so I just feel like I can't see well enough. I need to change. I wonder if I need to change that light. Okay, that's better. So what color are we going to make her? For some reason, I feel like making her like red or something. I feel like making her a different kind of color. And that's what we're going to do. What is this? Raspberry? I'm going to make her raspberry. Somehow. I don't know. Totally or just outline? I don't know. But we're going to do that. That's another thing with the faces. If you make them all, her work is so focused on, the face that it would be boring if you just made everybody skin tones. As many as skin tones as there are, it's like, that seems kind of boring to me. It's something you might have fun doing with when you're painting, but I don't think that's not much fun to me with colored pencils, because I'm not trying to be realistic or anything. I'm trying to, I don't know, just have fun. So we're gonna see what happens when we make her red. Because it's only a coloring book, right? Maybe I'll make her purple. Considering she's got an eyeball on her hand, obviously you're not being realistic. Glasses on. Definitely allergies going on because my eyes are really fuzzy. Let's see if I'm gonna put on some music. That's my loop I created, so I ain't getting no copyright. Yay! Hey Taylor, good morning. And I think this book definitely has taught me how to have a light touch with color because of the paper. Have a light touch with the pencil, I mean. I'm going to color over her lips. Really, that music kind of goes with the picture. I almost wonder what would happen if we use that blender now. Worst case scenario, it looks like crap, right? And then we fix it. While we're on this trip, maybe I should do a page in, what do you call it, Alien World. Herbie page. Color something different. I want to see what's going to happen. Ooh, she's really raspberry. She's a raspberry. I have some Prismacolor blenders, and I saw them not that long ago. No, I don't remember where I put them. We were in that continuous process of organizing things. And forgive my lazy tongue, so to speak, but my teeth are moving, or have moved. There are definitely some words I cannot pronounce well right now. Do you want to say something? Maybe I shouldn't do this before putting down all color. I don't know, but we're going to find that out too. That loop is actually like I need to add on to. It's kind of like, and basically it is kind of just a loop. Just create bits of things and add on to it as I get time, because that's the only way I can seem to make music these days. I want to make noise. I'm in the mood to make noise. But it's not quite time yet. So I'll keep playing a Mixcraft, which I haven't done in wow, at least 3 weeks, maybe a month. But it's kind of a busy time with work, and so because that doing the music stuff, playing around in that is a whole nother brain space, and I don't have room for that brain space right now. Oh my. Looks like she looks like she has a serious fever or something. Woo! Serious rosacea or something. Okay, we need to rescue her from that somehow. Yeah, let me tell you, I'm heavy-handed too, Taylor. I've really been working on. I've been working, yeah, probably for a year on breaking out of that, because I am heavy-handed, and like even every once in a while, I find myself slipping, and I'm like, I think that also depends on the paper too. I've noticed that there's some paper that like, I don't know why color this girl is color, poor thing. But, yeah, it's a habit I've had to break out of, and yeah, I guess that's about all I can say. Once I started realizing the value, like with layering, if you start layering colors, then you really don't want your first layer to be like, so dark, put on by heavy-handedly. You want to put it on light. So I think that's one thing that's helped me stop. It's like, oh, well, if I want to layer colors on top of this and see what comes out of that layering, I got to go down light the first time. Because if you notice, I'm kind of pressing harder now with this second layer. because I'm trying to blend the color and see. Ooh, child. Because I really do like blending colors. That's one reason why I like oil painting, is how it's the fun of blending. And you can blend forever because it takes a long time for the paint to dry. You can alter how long it takes for the paint to dry depending on how much, what do you call it? How much of the, what do you call this stuff? The stuff you put in to alter the pigment, to make it oilier, or you can add more of the, what is it, the turpentine or whatever to make it dry faster. She really looks goofy. I don't know why I came up with this. I'm just gonna let my mind take it. Hey, Trinity. Hey, Ivy. I don't know. I'm just gonna see what happens. It's just a coloring page. That rouge thing, I didn't go on right. Also, kind of like noticing how many colors. That's really weird. She looks ill. But that's, she looks ill. But I'm gonna let it be that. Yeah, I kind of don't like how they turned out a little bit. I wonder. Okay, eraser's a tool too. I might erase it to just make it look how I want it to. Others. It's in her arm. It's her arm. All needs to be. I like her hands. I like the way that Jasmine draws her hands. I really need to eat something. I'm going to cut up an apple. Oh, she looks sickly. I'm just going to work with it. I just want to stop going over the over the 9. I think I may actually give her blonde hair just because, I don't know. Because again, let's just get the right yellow. Oh, that's green. There's one in here. This pale one. Let's see what it becomes. I'm not putting any, I don't know. I just want color, basically. Oops, that's her ear. I wonder if I could tone down this red with brown. What would happen? What would happen? I'm seriously thinking about that. Which brown? Santa has a little too much red in it. Let's look at orange. That's the other thing. Since the faces in these pictures are so big, thinking of the faces, not just his faces, but a part of the mood of the image, you know? And I feel like that's kind of where my head should be at. So that I'm just not making I'm just coloring a face, to make it more than that. That's different. Yeah, so some of the Prismacolors seem waxier than others. Just like this one seems like it's inherently more waxy, this rosy beige, than that raspberry that I put down before it. And that's like one reason why there's some Prismacolor pencils that I really like using when I'm using other pencils, is because their waxiness kind of helps blend as well as lay down color. And I think that rose beige is another one, although I'm not sure I like that color, but I can see where that color might be useful in some things. I don't know why we're making a raspberry brown. I'm just rolling with it. Figure it's about the whole of the picture, not the part. We're gonna see what happens. Like I said, I just love color. I just love color. Always have. She looks so sickly. Yeah, I'm really getting an appreciation for them. Oh, see there, Taylor? Every Pearl says her second brand is color. I am really feeling like I'm gonna bring those out sometime soon. Because it's been a while since I've worked in them. The colors. Almost like I need to do that. This Ivy Rose or Rosy Beige. Rosy Beige is really waxy. Careful how you use it. I don't know. I may not be able to look at this picture after I finish it. She's kind of creepy. It's more creepier after I color it. Like, oh, girl, what's wrong with you? She needs deliverance. And I make those places where I went over the line work for me. Another thing I think I want to experiment with these pictures is doing that, using the markers to go over the lines. Yeah, that's another thing I think I want to experiment with. Let's see how I can do that. Yes, it is. It's from Halloween coloring book. These things are not really sticky. Just kind of going in and figure I'm just going to let it be whatever it's going to be. I'm not putting any preconceived ideas on it. I'm just let it be what it's going to be. I don't know. I almost think it is. I don't know if it's going to come out. Yeah, too much. Oh, it's a little, the overlap is a little too dark in there. More than I can like cover up. You know what? I could like maybe somehow use a marker, like a kind of gold marker in her hair. Go over the lines or something and kind of make it where her hair is kind of, I don't know. That thought came to me. There's more hair. Wrong one. Okay. One of these things. That's great. So them feathers. I do kind of need to do that. Not sure. Kind of don't like the way that, and this is what that rosy beige color thing did. It seemed like it made it kind of, I don't know, did it kind of lumpiness or whatever on it, but I'll work with it. At least now I know what it does. So if I need that to happen, I know where to do it, or if I'm going to use it and need the color, I know, I gotta kind of be careful. I'm definitely committed to this raspberry. Actually, I might put more of that color specifically in her palm. That would make those kind of, can I do that? Am I able to do that? Let's see what happens. Yeah, I think I would have to actually would have had to leave that blank. Then put the so erase it out. I don't quite want to go. I don't quite want to do her nose yet. She is really creepy. I need to figure out the wings. Now, this picture almost, it kind of reminds me, when I saw it, it reminds me of like when people, even though I know this is kind of like coming from the opposite side or whatever, it kind of reminds me of how in the Bible, and I think it's like in Ezekiel, maybe, like people have been trying to create pictures like throughout, histories since, you know well, probably like since the Middle Ages or whatever, trying to create pictures of those creatures that are talked about in Ezekiel, and like all of them. I mean, even how they're described, all of them seem scary. So it's like, but yeah. So yeah, this is kind of what this reminds me of, because one of them, like where it has eyes, it has like these eyes like all over, like, I don't know. So I don't know what made me say that. Well, I know what made me say that. That this kind of reminds me of one of those creatures that are talked about, even though it doesn't look like, um the description doesn't fit like this, but all the eyes kind of remind me of it. And I got to figure out what color to make these, and I got to figure out the background. And that I don't have in my head right now. So I'm probably going to stop here, let it marinate, and come back to it. But we got this down. Plus, I need, yeah, I kind of need to come back and then look at it and then see whatever color comes. Sometimes that's what happens. Like, I'll walk away, I'll go do other stuff, I'll come back to it later in the day or another day or whatever, and I will immediately look at it when I come back to it and say, oh, this color. Pick it up and start coloring with it. So that's kind of how I color. I don't plan a palette. I just kind of, I don't know, go from the gut. But actually, I kind of like her so far. So, yep. So I'm going to leave it there. It's been an hour, so that's good. Yeah, I tend not to either. And it's kind of weird because I tend not to, I don't necessarily, actually, I gotta say, I really don't like big faced pictures, They remind me of all those little Love Is things, and something else, some other thing that was out like when I was a little kid growing up. And I'd always sat there like, yeah, whatever. I thought they were goofy and weird. But I don't know. I'm coloring in our book. So yeah, I'm actually praying for her while I color them too. That might be kind of weird, but like that's what I'm doing, because um, some of them are kind of like, I don't know. Well, I actually have a friend, a good friend of mine, who um, I used to hang around with in the 80s, and we worked at the same place for a little while, and that's how we got to know each other. And then we always lived like right around the corner from each other, so we would always go out and do things together. And she was the first person. She took me to my first Rocky Horror Picture Show, and she always used to do a part, and her favorite part, which she did a great Frankenfurter. But yeah, she it was it was kind of interesting because we were black and white, and the interesting thing, I'm African American, she's white, and then as far as our beliefs, they were, black and white. I was a Christian, she was kind of, something else. And yeah, it's an interesting friendship, and like I'm in contact with her brother a little bit, but she's always been one of my favorite people in the world. And but we have a difference as far as some of our beliefs, but we never let that get in the way, of our friendship. It's kind of interesting. She always, knew where I stood with things, but I never, our conversations were rarely about that. So, and I never pushed what I believed, but if she asked what I believed, I told her what I believed. And I just, I love her as a person. She's one of my favorite people. I haven't seen her in ages, but I don't know why I brought that up. I have no idea, but so I'm almost thinking Blue needs to be in here somehow, but I don't know how. Blue in the feathers, but I don't know how, and I don't know what blue. That's like a whole primary color thing going, huh? Red, yellow, and blue. Interesting. Okay, so that's it for me for now. I'm going to go put that chicken in a pot to boil down the stock. And probably start doing some work. So thanks for joining me on this adventure in Jasmine Becket-Griffith's Halloween coloring book. Something very new to me to color, something for the season, and something where I'm learning. And like I said before, I love the way this book is designed. I swear, if I did a coloring book, I'd want to do it like this. If I created one, if the images were worthy, because this is you can use any medium in this at all, and that's really what drew me to her books. So everybody take care, have a lovely Saturday, and bye-bye.